expecting this. Are we getting that? Are we not getting that? We have guys showing up to player-only meetings late, guys not showing up to player-only meetings. Like, there's a lot that goes into that. Do we have to make this mandatory? Do we not have to make this mandatory? So it's a lot of things of that nature that we got to get cleaned up, and it starts with the little things like that.
To be clear, you're saying some players were late or missed?
Late, yeah.
The 2025 Miami Dolphins are 1-5 at this point in the NFL season. That's their quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, after yet another loss, this time at home to the Chargers, explaining perhaps what is going on with some of the players in the locker room and how they need to be held accountable differently. Kyle Brandt, we just heard from Ian Rappaport about this and how he believes that Tua could be including himself in that leadership and that we need to have a different standard. What do you make of this when you hear the quarterback and see the product on the field?
These meetings, Jamie, where everyone just kind of talks and no one's really paying attention. You're doing them just to do them. But enough about television production meetings. Let's talk about the Dolphins team meetings. Listen, Tua made several bad reads on the field yesterday, and then I thought made a bad read here to come immediately after another loss. And the whole thing he said was a lot of they and them and not a lot of me and I. It's hard enough for me to come out after you throw 3 interceptions and say, well, it's because, the guys aren't coming to the meetings on time. Well, if they're not coming to the meetings on time, then they don't respect the coach. They don't respect you. And they probably do it less now. I don't know how you walk back into the locker room after doing that when you played the way you did and then said, yeah, but guys aren't on time to meetings. Tua has a lot of things going for him, and I like him as a person. I don't think he has a great sense of timing with the media and tone with the media because this thing was off. I know a lot of ex-players on Twitter saw that and were like, oh, why would you do that? Where are you going saying that? It's not a good time right now. That soundbite alone could lead to the end of Mike McDaniel. It could eventually lead to the end of Tua and Miami. It's all encompassing in a terrible season. I thought that was a really, really bad soundbite and bad timing on a day when he had a lot of that.
Yeah, Kyle, I watched a lot of Dave Chappelle back in the day, and this is a classic case of when keeping it real goes wrong.
I got you.
You just can't do this. Regardless of how I hear you saying about how he played, regardless of how you played, you have a responsibility as a quarterback to always protect the team, to always represent the team. You have to bear the weight. That's what the paycheck says. Bear the weight of the team. And even when things are not going good, you have to at least be PC, forward-facing, and you handle your mess in the back. When you do what you did, you were literally welcoming in the media and everybody else on the outside to go, that's a free warrant to go search your house. Now everybody's in the house looking for something. They're looking for evidence. And now it's a process of elimination. Who was late? Who didn't show up? Who's doing this? It's negativity. There was nothing that was going to be productive that came from him standing at that podium talking to people respectfully that have nothing to do with the inside housekeeping. You just welcome everybody in your house, and now you got to clean up the mess.
Everybody knows Tua's a brother of mine. I do know him personally, and I know him well enough to know that Jamie and I have mentioned this a few times. This year, I see a different Tua. He's a more combative Tua. Tua has always been somebody who's reserved, and he does take the high road every single time. This year, I see a Tua that is like, okay, you want me to be the bad man? I'll be the bad man. I am not excusing him of the comments that he made about his teammates. I'm not excusing his decisions of what he said after a game where he didn't play his best game. I don't know why he would say that. Isaiah brought up a great point as to this being an invitation for people on the outside now has an exclusive look at what's going on in the locker room. Was that Tua's objective? Was that what he was trying to do? I don't know what it's like in Miami. I don't know what that dynamic is like. I don't know how many meetings, player meetings, coaches to player meetings they've been having. I don't know if certain players have been barking up a tree that's just not responding the way they want to respond, and somebody took the liberties of standing in front of the media and said, hey, listen, I've done everything. I exhausted everything. Come in. regardless, that is just not something that, as a representative of the fraternity that is the National Football League, that we do. I love my brother. Again, I don't excuse that. As a leader myself, I would never go up there and say, listen, Jamie's late. She never shows up. She never shows up to the production meeting. Casey, I would never do that, even though we don't do that. It's just as a leader of a group of people, I would want to represent them the best way, and I don't think my brother did it the best way he could. So, thanks. Well, you made it hard for me this morning, brother.